Hi there! Over the summer, when Fairyland released their Feeple65 Ingrid, I joined a split to get the body. Separately, I ordered additional hands and heel feet parts for myself, and they finally arrived earlier this week. I also want to apologize for how shaky this video is. I had attached my boon arm type thing to my monitor, which is connected to my desk, and every slight bump caused it to move, so sorry about the shaky footage. In addition, I know I mentioned in my year-end video that my collection is mostly going to be 1/3 scale, but I just can't help myself, especially around the holidays. I ended up doing another small doll impulse purchase in December and asked for her to be shipped whenever my pre-ordered Feeple65 parts came in. Whenever I see measurements and I'm like, oh, this is only 60%, but 60% in one dimension versus 60% in 3 dimensions translates to a markedly smaller scale. I got a Realpuki Obi in natural skin blank. This is one of the few dolls that I have gotten blank. Well, because I honestly don't particularly like the Obi sculpt, and I was really only after the body, which is so incredibly tiny. Yuna looks massive in comparison. In my haste, I ordered the doll without any extra eyes, a wig, or anything to make her more complete. So I placed another order for those items. But to make the shipping quote-unquote worth it, I also got a pair of Feeple65 shoes in clear resin since DDE had them in stock. The detail on these shoes are amazing and delicate looking. They are a bit ornate for my taste, but I don't know if I ever make a ball gown or some over-the-top dress, these will go very well with that. Should I get these painted? Do people do that? I don't know. If you have any thoughts or experiences, please let me know. I thought these were supposed to be clenched fists, not an okay sign. Let me check my invoice. Yep, these are not the same thing. So back to my tiniest addition to my collection. One of the things that I mentioned I wanted to try my hand at this year is digital sculpting. I decided to try on a small doll because iterating on the doll would be faster and relatively inexpensive. Here are some progress shots of her coming along. Then I started printing and making adjustments, and along the way have 17 prints. These are not truly sorted in order, but relatively how I progressed. I also randomly did face-ups on some of them with Sharpie. I had a couple of prints that failed because my carriage knocked the piece over before I finished printing. I also have some with different levels of carve out to accommodate the contours of the head back. Even with all these prints, this is still less than 60 grams of material, which comes out to less than $2. My husband made the comment that the face could stand to be chubbier, so I tried that, but I think I over-indexed. Ultimately, I wasn't very happy with any of the faceplates and resolved to just do the head by itself. I didn't start with that because I was scared to pull the Fairyland head back off since the resin was so thin I was afraid of breaking it. 3D printers have their own quirks. Like the rim of this head has what is sometimes called elephant's foot, which is when the first layer or two is more squished than it's supposed to be. This causes issues with fitting on the head cap, and I will need to make adjustments in the digital model to account for some of the real-world physics. Anyway, here's her most recent iteration. The neck hole is still too small, so I'll have to make more adjustments. Once I'm happy with the overall dimensions, I will do some sanding, priming, and painting. I may even get a resin version of this printed in the future, but I'll probably go back to the sculpt and make a few more tweaks before I do that. While I like how she turned out from where she began, I think there's a lot of room for improvement to get the expression that I want. Man, Fairyland uses strong magnets. Her evolution will be documented on my channel, of course, but that's all I have for this week. Thanks for joining me, and I hope you have a great day. Bye!